Every day that old advisory board sits in a room, it quietly steals something priceless from you. Time, agility, clarity. You know it's supposed to be a pillar, a strength, yet it feels like an anchor, slowing down decisions, drowning creativity and bureaucracy, and trapping your company in slow motion while the world races ahead. You feel the friction every time you gather those familiar faces around the table. The same voices, the same compromises, the same inability to move fast enough, smart enough, bold enough. It's like pushing a huge boulder uphill, grinding, exhausting, endlessly frustrating. And deep down, you're asking yourself, is this really the best way? Can that old model truly handle the chaos and speed of today's markets? Can those boards truly see the future, or are they stuck recycling yesterday's playbook? Here's the brutal truth. Traditional advisory boards were designed for a different era, when things moved slower and certainty ruled. Their structure, their protocols, their very mindset are built around rules, comfort, and consensus. And guess what? Rules and comfort are poison to the game you're trying to play now. Because you don't want slow. You don't want comfort. You want the edge, the radical insight, the hard truths yelled in your ear before your competitors even wake up. You want the folks who don't just nod politely but challenge everything, push every boundary, refuse your half-baked ideas, and ignite those wild sparks of brilliance. You want the few who burn as you do, who bring something rare and raw, not the polished, rehearsed playbook readout from a well-meaning, but shackled advisory board. Feeling stuck between what the system expects of you and what your ambition demands, that's a place no one talks about enough. The isolation, the frustration of having these silent battles inside yourself, knowing that bureaucracy, politics, and tradition are caging your potential. It's a slow death for the revolutionary ideas bubbling beneath the surface. Because here's the cruel part. The system doesn't want you to break out. It wants you comfortable, compliant, predictable. That's how it sustains itself. Stable, controlled, and painfully slow. But you know better. You feel the fire that says this system is a lie. That your true power comes not from sitting in static meetings, but from connecting, collaborating, and creating with the rare few who think like you, who aren't content with good enough, who smash the old rules and build something radically new. Imagine this. What if there was a role, not just another advisor, but a game changer, who didn't just sit on the sidelines offering polite advice, but was inside the engine room, constantly pushing, refining, tearing down and building back up. Someone who can slash through the noise, yes, but also weave together the fragmented pieces of your vision faster than you thought possible. This isn't speculation. It's the new reality for those who refuse the old guard. This role exists at the crossroads of relentless questioning, fierce selectivity, and deep, sometimes uncomfortable, uncompromising honesty. They're not there to keep you comfortable. They're there to make you uncomfortable in exactly the right way, to strip away illusions and reveal the core of what's possible. This isn't just about shaking things up for the sake of it. It's about survival. The brutal, unforgiving kind of survival that means outthinking, outmaneuvering, and outlasting those tied to the past. It's about creating a dynamic, flexible structure that can bend without breaking. A structure that's not frozen in tradition but fluid, aligned with the few who actually want to burn. The few who see that freedom isn't handed out on a silver platter. It's taken, earned with fire and fight, and a refusal to accept anything less than radical transformation. This new kind of role mixes the intelligence of a strategist, the boldness of a disruptor, and the clarity of an executor. They bring not just advice, but relentless energy and sharp critique, always aligning with your vision, but not afraid to say when it's wrong. They connect you to networks, not noise. They create synergy, not static. They don't just help you navigate the system, they help you transcend it. And in doing so, they unlock the most potent resource you have, your own radical potential, amplified by the right alliances, freed from the cage of old structures. Ask yourself this. What if every meeting no longer felt like a battle against slow-moving bureaucracy, but a launching pad for action, growth, and impact? What if the people guiding you didn't just keep you safe, but lit a fire you couldn't ignore? This is the difference that the new approach, and this pivotal role, makes. It's not a consultant who comes and goes, not a token expert who checks a box. It's a partner who unleashes fierce collaboration, builds brutally honest accountability, and crafts a collective intelligence that moves faster, thinks deeper, and breaks harder than any traditional board ever could. And the results? They're not some distant dream. Companies who've embraced this model see faster decisions, clearer vision, deeper confidence, and most importantly, a culture that refuses mediocrity and demands greatness with every step. Because this role holds you to the fire, and you learn that transforming leadership isn't about comfort, it's about courage. It's about burning down what you thought was safe to build, what you know is extraordinary. The industry is littered with relics, companies trapped by advisory boards that have become relics themselves. But this role tears down that old world, piece by piece. No more neutral observers, no more safe opinions. Just relentless partnership with those few who dare to lead, to question, and to reshape not only their companies but the entire ecosystem around them. What looks like chaos to the outside is actually a finely tuned, unstoppable force, a collective of individuals, each sovereign, each sharp, each ready to dismantle the old and build the exceptional. The edge of progress is no longer around you, it's inside you, in the way you rethink partnerships, alliances, and leadership roles. It's in this choice to reject what's comfortable and embrace what's transformative. The truth is, the system was never built for the remarkable. It was built to contain you. But this new role? It's a wrecking ball breaking through those walls. It creates something new, something rare. The space where misaligned brilliance finally finds alignment, where misunderstood talent finally finds its tribe. The power isn't just in one person. It's in the connections forged, the tensions held, the sharp edges nurtured. You become more than a leader. You become a movement. So don't just ask if this role can replace your advisory board. Ask what it can unleash, what limits it can shatter, what fires it can ignite inside your organization and inside yourself. Because this isn't about a title, it's about a new way of becoming. A fierce, wild, unstoppable becoming. And the time to embrace it is now, not tomorrow, not when the world finally catches up, but right now. Your future depends on it. This moment, the aching tension you feel, the nagging doubt about whether the old way is enough, that is the call. It's a call to reclaim your power, not through comfort, consensus, or compromise, but through courage, clarity, and connection to the few who burn as bright and fierce as you do. That's where true transformation lives. That's where the future unfolds. The question isn't if this role can replace the advisory board. The question is, are you ready to burn down the old to build the exceptional? Because that's the real work. That's the real freedom. And nothing less will do.